Well, hello, you viewers to Play Later. How we doing today? I know. If you're like me, you're kind of burnt out on seeing some of these videos, but I felt I had to do this video because there's a lot about this box set I wanted to talk about that I've not seen other channels talk about. So as you know by that thumbnail, everything else you clicked on to get here, that's right, happy Leviathan Day. Now, for the record, I was not gifted this box. I purchased it with my own money from my local gaming store, Docking Bay 93. Shameless plug. Go check those guys out. They are going to treat you like family. All right, let's get the adulting out of the way. Then we're going to get to the fun because there is a lot to unpack. Yes, it comes with a whopping price tag of $250. But, if you break down what you're getting in here, especially with the fact that G-Dub has released the core book, you look at average value of units and everything else, you're getting a substantial savings if you were able to order this box set. Here's the other bit of adulting we got to get out of the way. We're going to pause for just a moment for a word about our unofficial sponsor. Well, hey, all you viewers to be named later, how we doing today? That's right, Copper Johns is back. He is back, and he's even told me, dude, just let me know when I'm not going to be the unofficial sponsor. Just keep us rolling over. So I think that's really, really cool. But the big reason he is a great unofficial sponsor is, come on, man. You've gone to a gaming store and you're like, let's roll. Oh my God, the girlfriend's coming in with me. And it's like everybody has Nurgle's rot. The stench with some gamers is ungodly. Copper John's got you fixed up. They've got stuff for your beard. They've got stuff for your hair. They've got stuff for your body. They've got stuff for that beautiful woman who is with you. Or, you know what I mean. I never even know what to say nowadays, but your beautiful better half. Check them out. There's going to be a link down below, and there's also going to be a discount code moving forward. It's my good friend's code. I don't make a penny off it. Don't want a penny off it. Won't take a penny from him. I just asked him if we could use his affiliate code over here on the channel, and he was good enough. So like I said, check them out. They've got something for everyone, and let's help defeat Nurgle's rot. Copper Johns is one amazing company. Seriously, you really, truly need to check them out. Okay, so, like I said, I pre-ordered mine. I really didn't think I was going to be able to get it through Docking Bay 93. I totally wrote off the fact that I was going to be able to get this Leviathan box set. I had to go get paint. So the owner was in there. I was like, all right, man, look, be honest with me, bro. How bad did GW screw you on Leviathan box sets? Because, you know, you're hearing all these stories online about, you know, some companies were going, hey, we were promised 200, but we got 30. He looks me dead in the face and he goes, not at all. I got every single thing I asked for. Just be here Saturday. Your box is waiting for you, brother. I'm like, oh my God. You know, giddy schoolgirl. I got Leviathan. Now, because I'm going to show you everything in here, okay? Because I got it on pre-order from my local gaming store. Well, I should say, yeah, I pre-ordered it from my local gaming store. I got some goodies. There's their dice tray. It looks more like a mouse pad to me, and my better half went, well, if you're not going to use it, because I do have I've got dice trays upstairs that I like a little bit better than this, and none of the kids want it, I'll bring it to work as a mouse pad. So it may be getting additional life, all right? And I got handed one of this. I was like, what the hell? Okay, sure. Deployment zone tokens. You can just pop them out. They are dual-sided, so you can have different looking things in there. I don't know, you can do one for the Imperium, one for the NIDS. Whatever. Okay, deployment zone tokens. Way cool. Inside the box, you got a, you know, everybody who got the box, I guess, gets one of these, and you get to get on and you get to do one of G-Dub's, sorry, damn cold. You get to do one of G-Dub's narrative campaigns online. You know, like way back when they had for Armageddon or the Fall Acadia. Okay. Plus, somebody's going to win every new Tyranid or Space Marine miniature for the rest of the year. Now, with G-Dub, that could be one or two miniatures, or it could be a whole plethora. You never, ever, ever know. All right. Let's get into here. There's the back of the box. I love the artwork. I love everything else. Now, I am a Space Marine player, so I was excited to get these new sculpts. Brand new sculpts. Seriously brand new. I'm not a NID player, so those are probably going to be a giveaway or just handed to somebody at my local gaming store. I love the artwork that G-Dub is putting inside of its box sets. I've been saving these because these are an awful, awful lot of fun. Put them up on your wall. You got a backdrop for your YouTube channel, right? Just saying. All right, come here, you. You get your friendly dandy how to assemble guide. Here's one thing I wanted to talk about. Now, the miniatures are push fit. They are basically mono pose. There's really only one way to get them in there, unless you clip the sides off and do a lot of converting. All of you know, by watching my channel, how much I loathe push fit. Nothing seems to go in there correctly. Nothing seems to fit right. You've got to struggle with it and you're afraid you're going to break it. G-Dub got it right this time. I barely had any issues with separation. I barely had any issues with trying to force pieces in. Everything went together pretty easy peasy once you could figure out how to maneuver some pieces. Like, some of the Infernus squad members were a real pain in my ass, but they snapped together beautifully. You knew you would when you had them in place. Everything just locked beautifully, and you're like, oh yeah. Now, like everything else with GW, everything comes on sprues. Now, the only spare parts that I had for my Marines, like I said, sprues. These are all the Marine sprues. Okay, all of them. Was on the Terminators, you had a choice, bareheaded bareheaded captain or not. So I went with the helmeted head. Like I've said before in some of my videos, I don't know, all that training, all that genetic manipulation. I know I do wolves and we're supposed to be feral and we're supposed to be rampaging and raging, me drinking sons of guns, or excuse me, Fenrisian ale out of curved horns, gummy and screaming and yelling and manes flowing. Of course, my camera. So like I said, I put your helmet on, save your life. And then with the Infernus squad, because some parts you can make 2 of them, that's basically everything for the squad leader. I'll be saving it because of the bolter and that little bit right there. Well, that little bit right there where he's drawing a blade as he's running. I'm going to be able to put that to good use in Space Wolf miniatures. All right, the NIDs, you know, they're just wonderfully done. I like the sculpts. I've seen other people put them together. They are just, you've got some in there that are huge. Like I think that's the Psychophage. You know, the psyker-eating, you know, mutant nitty boy. For your boss, he doesn't look that scary for the Tyranid Prime for a miniature. I expected it bigger. I don't know why. I just really, really did. You know? I've got, well, all the bases for the NIDs, you know, sequestered. It's just, there's the NIDs. Like I said, they're probably going to be given away. All right? So stay tuned for that. That's about the best that I can say is stay tuned for that. Excuse me while I get on to the other fun stuff. One thing that shocked me about this box, every other box set I've ever gotten, when you spend that extra little bit of cash, you get dice. You get those clear plastic rulers they've been doing. Not the whippy sticks that I used to love where you just beat the crap out of people with. You know, don't do that. You get those clear little 1-foot things. And maybe even some pieces of scenery. Like, I remember with the last edition, where you got, like, the rookie, the commander, and the elite, the more you paid for is the more you got. So maybe they'll be doing that in the future, but for their big flagship, oh, we're here. No scenery, no dice, no movement, measure tray, measure tool, whatever. The other thing I thought was cool is transfer sheet. You get a bunch, and I'm thankful for this, a bunch of chapter. I mean, being a Space Wolf player, I run out of these things really, really quick. So I'm grateful I got more for my Wolves, which is just phenomenally awesome. They give you the Blueberries, the Dark Angels, the Blood Angels, Space Wolves, Raven Guard, and Imperial Fists. And of course, the Fists, the freaking little lovely sons of Dorn, yellow banana boy mother, they get the most on there. Alright. You get all the cards you're going to need. You know, and from my understanding, well, you get, okay, hold on. I haven't really got too much into the rules yet, so forgive me. You get deployment cards. You get Gambit, which, by the way, they are different on the back, so you can differentiate them. You get Gambit as a defender. we got here? More mission rules. Yeah, mission rules. Mission rules. Primary missions. Okay. Secondary mission attacker. You got primary missions. Secondary mission as a defender. You get handy dandy little cheat sheet, which I think is going to be awesome. And these guys, I don't ever see myself using. Those are your objective marker tokens. Simply because when Play On did its level up campaign, I bought their objective tokens from there. They're just this beautiful orange, I don't want to say lucite, but they're beautifully orange transparent plastic, and they really, really stick out on the battlefield. So you get everything you need to get up and get running to get your first game in. That's awesome. Now, one thing I love that GW is doing, like old school book, the old school bookmark. I just, for some reason, it appeals to like the old person in me. If you really want to go down that road, it really, really does appeal to the old person in me. It gives you that sense of, I don't know, like heirloom quality, which I know they're going to reproduce these books in other forms with other covers, and you have to get the Leviathan box set to get this, or unless you go on like eBay or Amazon or whatever and find one there. I just love how they break everything down in there. You know, the full color shots, the army shots. They're adding a lot of lore in here, which I haven't got to yet, because I'll be honest, since I've got the box, I have been putting together my Marines, and I'm going to show you those guys here in just a moment. Like I said, there is an awful lot to unbox, all right? Extensive rulebook, you know, with Games Workshop rules. You got to have them, right? But I like the fact that they're breaking things down a lot simpler. What was that phrase they had? Simpler, not simple for the rules? Okay, cool. I like the fact that I'm seeing the detachment cards or the chapter card, you know, like your Marine cards, like they have in Age of Sigmar, where you have your data sheet on your card, your war scroll. They're doing that for 40k. I think that's going to be awesome. If that's all you're going to need is those war scrolls, some dice, well, it's going to be data sheets or data cards. I forget what they're calling them. Sorry, it's early. I have yet to have caffeine. But if they're doing that, it's going to reduce your weight load, which those of you who have been playing since 2nd edition, you know, basically you've been carrying a whole library on your back just to be able to play the game, and that's before you load up your miniatures. Now, as promised, we're going to put those little bastards. Okay. Let's get into the Marines. Come here. All right. Sorry. I have to say, I like the fact they did a push-fit Primaris Dread. This is the Ballistus Dread. There's really only one way to assemble them. I really, truly like it. Anybody who's put together a Primaris Dread before, you know you have the problem with, like, the legs. Are they posed just right? Those stupid little prongs in the middle that come out, the pistons or whatever, help stabilize. I have yet to be able to get them right on 2 that I've put together. I just put together a Brutalis Dread. I hate those stupid things. But that made it a lot more fun. It really did. Went together real easy. It was beautiful. I think I had him done in like 10 minutes. I'm all for that. So thank you, guys. All right, where are you? The new captain. I really like the look of that. You know, like I said, there's only one real pose for it, so you really can't screw it up too much. I like the fact he's on the rocky outcropping. You've got the frickin' spent shells on the ground and the dead body. I thought that was neat. Okay, now granted, for the rest of you guys, it's going to be a librarian. For me, being Space Wolf, that's the brand new Rune Priest to my force. And the Terminator armor, I really like that. I really like how they did that. The only one I almost had a fidget and snapped it. Yeah, so the brand new lieutenant, his little antenna up there's got a little shine to it because when I was trying to get it separate from the sprue, yeah, I almost snapped it. And I'm really not too sure if I have that, if I have that arm face properly, but still. You know, so, okay. We're going to kind of speed through a little bit here. The new Terminator guy, the new Terminator boss. I like the way he's kind of, how they set it up to, he's looking over to the side and just laying down fire. I really did like that. Most of the other Terminators are the exact same, just a little bit of different poses. You know, they've all got the Storm Bolters and Power Fists. No big deal. You got the guy with the Assault Cannon, which I really, truly liked. There's nothing linked to his back, so you have to worry about cables and other of that crap, which, if you know me, I have some problems lining things up. They even give you a little teleport Homer, which I thought was cool. Alright. The Biologus Apothecary. From my understanding, and I haven't really read a lot of the rules, I've just seen stuff online, he doesn't heal people. He's just there to collect samples. But he's got Gravis armor, so okay. Sure. Alright. Stern Guard. Never really ever got myself any, but now I've got 5. There's your Stern Guard boss. I like the pose on it. Everybody with the combi weapons. I like how he stands out a little bit with the bolt pistol and basically that Crozius on his back. Okay. You know, they're all pretty much just a little variation of, you know, the weapons and everything. But I do like you got one guy with the heavy bolter. And surprisingly, I was able to get him all lined up perfectly. Now, the Inferno Squad. There's 2 guys in here that I sat and I looked. I'm like, how are you going to be able to differentiate between who's the boss and who's just running in throwing a grenade? The only way you can do it, because they're both pretty much the same exact one, is the guy's without a helmet, helmetless, and he's drawing a, you know, his little power sword or, you know, power knife, whatever, you know, something to cleave. And the other guy, for some reason, he's just got a fist out like he's running, and he's getting ready to huck a crack grenade. They both really look similar. A lot of these guys in here are the same pose, so, you know, him bearing back on the flamer. Alright, what do we got? Kind of like advancing a little bit with the flamer. You know, and you get 5 Terminators, you get 5 Stern Guard, and you get 10 Inferno Squad. So, like I said, they're all pretty much like the same poses and whatnot. But the fact that G-Dub got it right. Alright, now go over here without me dropping anything, please. The fact that I didn't have to fight the push fit stuff that much, I thought was beautiful. The fact that once you got it in place, it's almost like you heard an audible snap, like it was there. I thought that was great. But that's pretty much everything that comes in that box. Like I said, I was a little disappointed. No range token, if you want to call it that. You know, the ruler. No dice. Granted, for some people, GW's dice just suck. Other people like myself, they're great. They're wonderful little starter dice. Until you find, like, dice you like. You know, like I try to have, if I'm doing my Custodes, I want red and gold. My Space Wolves, can I get a gray and black? You know, I want it to be themed with my army for some reason. Yeah, I'm not anally retentive, but still. I think overall, incredible box set. Great start to 10th edition. I can't wait to see what else they come out with. I'm really excited to get my hands on those cards, the data sheets, or data slates, whatever. I can't remember exactly what they call them, but you know what I'm saying. You know, they gave you everything for free, which I thought was cool, but still, I'm starting to get sidetracked a little. Now, we're at the most important part of the video. We really, seriously, truly are. I want to know your questions, comments, love, hatred, anger, all that fun stuff right down below. Did you manage to pick up Leviathan on pre-order from G-Dub, on pre-order from your online source, maybe your local gaming store? How do you feel about it? How do you feel about these new miniatures? How do you feel about the new rules? How do you feel about some of the things they're doing? Granted, I understand some people are very upset because they're losing some units to legendary status, or how certain people like Korn or Nurgle, you're going to have to change the size of your squads because I think they made everything 10-man for now, and I think they banished some demons somewhere else. I haven't gotten into everything yet, but I'm trying. It's Tuesday, you know, the 27th, so realistically, I've only had this like 3 days. So I just wanted to do this unboxing and go, yeah. Alright, Now, with that fun stuff being said, I want to thank all of you for watching this video. Like I said, I was really torn if I wanted to do it, but I felt that some people missed some other things, like saying these weren't included. I don't know, it's just that little bug in me said, do a Leviathan unboxing, do a Leviathan unboxing. So hey, here we go. Now, I want to thank you for watching this one. I hope you're having a great day today, a safe day today, and I hope one day to meet all of you across the tabletop so we can get a game of Leviathan.